Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Great Britain. Just picking up where we left off, we just had this, as the comments have called it, several people, the cruiser crisis, where we've been pointed out as not having enough, enough battle cruisers, or, well, for them it would probably be armored cruisers, compared to the rest of the world. I would launch a public campaign. I'm going to sail our dreadnoughts around around England to demonstrate the glory of our fleet, and I'll also just point out that our recent victories speak for themselves. But in the meantime, we do have this massive budget, and it is time to build something. But the problem is, I don't have either of the technologies I really need. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I don't think this is actually going to be built. But if I was to auto-design this, let's remove this. It's possible, I think, for us to do 3, and then I want to specialize a lot in double turrets because I feel like this is a very British thing to do. So if we can, and the British in World War II had plenty of non-double turreted ships, but I still, that's my impression of them, especially if you think of some of their more famous ships, or a lot of them are double turrets. But anyways, so let's see. If I did cross deck fire, it's G and K, G and J. And this should allow cross-deck fire, is that correct? Q, R, or V cannot be used. So we can't use the afterlift. It makes sense, it can't be used. But does that mean we can't use X? Let's update this. Can this be done? Yeah. So this can be done. So this is the one weird configuration we could do, which would give us kind of almost a 5-gun broadside, a 5-turret broadside is what I should be saying. Obviously, I'm way over the limit. I would never do cramped accommodations. I don't think I'm going to do this, though, and I think that it kind of speaks for itself why I wouldn't want the cross-deck fire when we already have the ability to do 4 centerline turrets. Because we can just do 4 centerline turrets, which have the added bonus that they weigh slightly less. Like, look at this. This weighs as much as the increase for the aft superimposed, so they don't have nearly the same benefit as being the aft superimposed. Plus, if we take away those, we can do the centerline superimposed, save ourselves a slight amount of weight right there. And then again, so this is this weird rear-facing turret, which I've never used, but maybe we should just use it this once. It doesn't have any advantage to it, so I usually just avoid using it. I just feel like we're really close to getting superimposed forward. And what would we do with that money in the meantime? Because submarines are still coastal and pretty low reliability, so I don't feel like they're a good option quite yet. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of options. The only thing I could do is just build some more of our Achilles class. Oh, which I actually got, I think. We actually have it now. Yay, it looks pretty. So this is what it would possibly look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice 6-sided broadside. I don't know I can't remember how well she's really, I mean, I don't have a strong opinion as to how she's performed so far, but at least we have a nice picture of her, so thank you, Josh. Okay, so let's just move on one more month at a time until we get the technology we need, and just ease along until we get, I don't think it happens until you're like 3/4 to this. Even if it's at half, we have a little bit of time left. Gosh, we just need the next best thing, though. I mean, we really could redo the Achilles. I don't know. We could get her oil firing, basically. An oil firing twin. How many? It looks like we still have enough of our Dependence class minesweepers. Yeah, but we all know the main thing we're short on is still... with the money, somebody was mentioning that they don't want to have their ship on reserve fleet. I think it's completely fine to have it on reserve fleet because these didn't get any experience, so they didn't. If they suffer any crew quality penalty, it doesn't really matter, right? Nothing actually changes because they didn't gain any experience, so they don't lose any in the reserve action stuff. But okay. Improve relations with France. No. Yes, our national pride demands that we take a hard line. We should not compromise on anything, especially because we beat them. Okay, good, but not what we wanted. And we still don't have any money being taken away, so let's just go one more time. Who's trying to make this? I don't know who 42 is. Is that... France. Okay, it's France. Better torpedoes. Still nothing terrible happening. Make him a national hero. Still no money being taken away. 5+. Oh, they're having trouble. Okay, that's good. That's good. I know it's close. I know it's close. I can feel it. Armor. Okay. One more turn. One more turn. Go for the win. I would not mind a war with Germany either. Okay, I don't use the semi-armor piercing, but... okay. Keep going one more turn. We will definitely... Oh, interested in buying gyroscope. This is, I guess, the torpedo technology. I just don't think that Italy's going to be a threat to us no matter what kind of technology they have, so we'll sell them. We'll sell them it. I mean, like with this stuff, technically the good news about the coastal fortifications is that their maintenance cost is almost insignificant. So maybe I should just... I hate to do it. I mean, these never go... they never need to be replaced, or they're always the best, I think, the best quality guns that you have available for that type. Oh, I know. God, I planned to do this at the start of the episode, and I totally forgot. We have to do our retrofits, right? So we have better quality 12-inch guns, and that's all we have for now, but it's probably enough to warrant replacing our hornblowers, because this is a pretty expensive and long procedure, and I think it's worth doing. So let's go ahead and get the new hornblower. Is there anything else I want to do? No, I don't think so. Just that. Okay, so basically it's only 1 month in to, only 1 year in beyond when the previous one was done. So we'll just get all the ones in Northern Europe to be rebuilt, and then we'll have to do the same kind of spreading out of ships after that. But at least it's only one class. Although, do we have other classes that need other rebuilds? Is there anything else on here? No, this is fine. Now's the time, right? So if we're going to do it, the Dependence, 1908. I don't think the 1910 is long enough that we need to worry about that. Okay, alliance with Italy? No. We would gladly... Interesting. No, we want 15-inch guns on our battlecruiser, and since we have the lead, I think, in big guns, I do not like the idea of a disarmament conference. Although, probably people watching would support that just because then we'd probably end up going with armored cruisers again. Still. Okay, so is there any other hornblowers in Northern Europe? No. And this Prince of India, the Magenta class, we're going to leave her where she is. She probably will remain unchanged for the remainder of the game. Okay, the Tsukuba. So only 12-inch. Man, if we can get our 15-inch guns out there, we are going to be... Oh, yes! Double torpedo tubes. Huge. Oh my goodness. Better 14-inch guns. Okay, wow. Things changed that 1 month. January 1911 is huge. Huge month for us. Okay, let's send a diplomatic note. And let's get our renowns under construction immediately. I think we haven't even lost money yet. So we're still squeaking in under the max that we're allowed to hold somehow. Will this actually make us... Oh, God. Okay. I guess I didn't know this, that your force requirement in your home area is 0. I don't know if I've ever actually looked into that, but let's open this for rebuild. Basically, all we need to do is get these upgraded immediately. Okay, it actually has a lot of weight remaining. How did this happen? Is it because... Let's try this again. Do Was it already there? It already was. Oh, we don't. The shells are so expensive. We don't have enough. Okay, yeah, right. Makes sense. But yeah, definitely get the better 14-inch guns. That's really good. Now we have this tough decision about whether or not to make our battle cruisers 14-inch or 15-inch. I was definitely thinking 15-inch beforehand, but now the quality 1 or the quality 0 14-inch kind of makes it more important to do the 14-inch, and you'd expect battle cruisers to not be as heavily armed anyway. I mean, even my endgame battle cruisers are usually only 15-inch. So I think we'll go with the 14-inch. I really want to get this Renown into battle, though. We got to force a war so we can see how she performs. Anyway, let's save this. Keep it going. Get that all upgraded. 8 months, that's fine. We have a good, nice negative balance now, which I'm actually happy to see. And the rest of the ships are all in good shape, I think. So keep pushing on. No! That's unfortunate just because we are now hugely in the negative, so it shouldn't be reallocated anywhere. We found a use for it. You can just kindly restore our money, please. Okay, well, we'll do what I can. We'll do what I can. I kind of want to see this in battle just to see how this turret works, but that's very heavy armor for a battlecruiser, except for the deck. My goodness, actually the deck is really bad. I guess with 12-inch guns they're not expecting to fight at range, but God save them if they do, because 1.5-inch, I mean, even if they don't, that's going to have splinter damage issues. Italy, you silly... Okay, the Navy League is still complaining about our armored cruiser crisis, the cruiser crisis. We will resolve it. We just need the technology to do it. But okay, why did I forget? Let's now at least design our destroyer, and then we can pump out just a lot of these. No, I don't like this. Let's clear the turrets. Probably only just one forward, one aft, because not that we want. Okay, sorry, not double turrets. It's not because we don't want another gun, it's just that we don't have we're very unlikely to have the space for this. So let's go to speed. We might even need to go to like short range on these and just put a ton. No, I think with England you actually everyone needs medium range. You have to move things around so often. Now the important thing is we get one more double mount in here. This is the necessary thing. Let's also move... Can't tell which one the oval is, but is that it? Yeah, perfect. Let's move it like that. And we're actually still doing great. Can we get one more? Oh, we can. 32. Ah, this is perfect. I don't even need to look at anything else. This is a great destroyer. And the good news is, one of my supporters has requested a destroyer class. So this will be known as the Kingfisher, which is actually, I think, a real destroyer class. I mean, it's actually a ship in the American Navy too, if I'm not mistaken. Ship, or is it a airplane? I guess. Is it one of those sensor airplanes, or is it a helicopter actually? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. So this is good. This is a good ship. Now probably right after this we'll get like 1,100-ton destroyers, but I still think this is going to be a good ship. I mean, she has 32 speed, so she's fast. She doesn't need a lot of guns. She has 2. This is already a good number. She has 6 torpedoes, which is I mean, it can be launched 6 to either side. I really like this ship. Oh, and with the extra tonnage, we'll definitely get this up to 190 is fine. So we can have 1 weight remaining, just in case. I don't know why, but I like to do that. Okay, so we'll save it here. We will build a lot of these. A lot. And I know that we have not too much of a budget left to work with, but I'm just going to assume that when we get those other... So I'm going to get 24 of them, for crying out loud. So people who were asking for a destroyer will likely be able to get in. It's just that easy to build. I mean, look, these are only 9 months to build them. It's great. And if I lose a few, well, we just replace them with a few more. The maintenance on these will probably be pretty good too. So, yeah, I'm very happy. We we've gotten our destroyer. So let's see, is there anybody else who wanted to be named a destroyer? I'll have to bring up the name, the list, the long list. I have the supporters list. It's really easy to access that one because there's not too many. So I have that one I can pull up very easily, but I'll get to renaming the rest of these off camera, even though I think a lot of these will actually be built by the time this episode ends. Okay, interesting. Quality 1 7-inch gun. This is the worst for me. The worst one. I can imagine making a... Okay, interesting. So this is identical to my design, I can see. This is not super firing, it doesn't look like. Charlemagne class, I like that. It's a good name. Let's see, 20 knots. Has a few secondaries, which we don't. Good armor. I think it's comparable to our Renown class. Okay. Okay, good. We have our first battleships are finishing. Oh, wow. All or nothing armor. This is amazing. Good timing, but we still don't have super firing. Kind of strange. They're taking a big hit on the monthly balance per month, so maybe it's a good thing. We actually need to cool off with all of our expenditures. Yeah, once these Renowns get back, though, we should have the budget to build battlecruisers. I'm just waiting for that super firing. Quickly, quickly now. Alright, now where our 1909s are, we have to replace those with 1910s, and then... So 2 there, we need 2 to Southeast Asia. And then get these guys to be refit. Everyone needs to be 1909. Wait, 3 in the Mediterranean. So, oh boy. Let's get this guy to move to Mediterranean instead. This one to move to Southeast Asia. And the new one down here to move to the Indian Ocean. Good. Lots of them all finishing their reconstructions, which is good. Okay, so this is always an interesting one. I think I'll do Prestige and Tension, but we're almost at war with France. This will be Prestige down, which I don't care about. Budget up. Budget is also included with the tension up, though. Russia, we don't really have much... Oh, no, we could actually gain a few things from Russia. We'd have to go hard into Northeast Asia. Probably we would just try to do some landings in Northeast Asia. I mean, in Northern Europe, but... I think we're going to take the budget instead. Let's see what an effect it has. 409... Better torpedo at 409. Well, that's pretty significant. About $1 million per month. I think that was worth it. And it looks like France will be our next target. I wish it was the Americans. But we are not in control of that, so. Alright, the Mediterranean ones can now be retrofit. They should be back about the time war starts, it looks like. Assuming that we go to war soon, yes. Okay, those are in hand. We have all of our... These guys are now going to stay not in reserve fleet, back to active fleet, because, you know, it's looks like war is in the future. So let's get them back up to good crew quality. Everyone else is already ready, so that looks good. A few of our leftover destroyers, I don't know, I guess I won't scrap them, but they will be pretty useless. They only have 3 torpedo tubes. So double the torpedo tubes, 6, but more importantly, that one is a 1-1, and then port and starboard configuration, so there's only it's 1 and then 1-1, isn't it? And we have 2 guns. I think it's only 2 torpedoes per side at a time, and 3 total, which is not spectacular. Okay, we will send a battleship always. Could actually gain control of something. Ah, okay, well, I wasn't really paying attention. Great Britain and France are at a state of war, and it looks like we are very close to going to war with the colonies as well. This is basically the Revolutionary War all over again, but in reverse. Or, no, actually, it's it may be something similar. Well, we will accept. I do not want to do a coastal raid, though, so we'll decline that one. Enemy raid on shipping, I'm also going to decline. Cruiser action, I will, well, I don't have a choice, but I will accept. So let's see what we have here. Aha, the Rosie. One of our armored cruisers. Could be facing, at this point, battle cruisers. So I'm going to have to be a little leery of what we run into. Well, I think it might be a good sign that we didn't spot her. I'm pretty sure tonnage is one of the factors in spotting. Okay, wind is this way, so we need to go this way. If it's a battle cruiser, it's unlikely we'll be able to run away anyway. So I'm just going to run even with her until we identify her. Ah. Well, that's our answer. Did we already land a hit? I didn't see. No, just began opening up on her. Let's probably do something like this. Come on. She should be able to outrun us, but if she has to make defensive course corrections... No, never mind. She's actually our same speed. Oh, this feels like almost like a World War I battle. Okay, finally a couple hits. And we'll just have to watch out for torpedo range. Let's come up the wind side of her. Not having too much luck after a few hits there. If we just stay basically in her shadow, in her wake. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Now things are a little bit different. Let's get between them. It's going to be our priority. So that if she turns back to get help, she has to run through us first. And probably what we have to do is sail out of here immediately. I don't think we have the wherewithal to take on. We could. How much ammunition do we have, though? One of those times. Okay, this has a lot of ammunition. Thank goodness, too. I want to sink this one first. A few more hits. And let them come up my rear because... sounded bad. My rear gun actually has plenty of ammunition. So we're going to keep a narrow profile, and we're going to let them approach from our aft. It's a tactic. It's going to be our tactic. This Colt Ligon is impossible to sink, though. Maybe impossible to hit. No, it's not impossible to hit. I mean, we have not hit it very often. But, okay, she's finally starting to go down. There's a few more hits. That's what I wanted. Oh my gosh! Ah, yeah, our range, the AI is incredible for their gift of landing torpedoes. That's probably going to kill us. Torpedo technology has come a long way, I should say. And on top of that, we don't have very good torpedo defense. And they're doing the wise thing, which is approaching from the wind side. I'm going to try to give him my stern. Again, for that reason. Narrow profile, but also able to fire the guns we have the most ammunition for. I'm also going to tell our unit we're probably going to sink soon anyway, so please just launch torpedoes if you're given a chance. And you do have a chance. Let's go. Let's open up now. Alright, just give her everything we got. We don't have much of a fight left in us anyway. It's probably very hard for us to aim right now. -20 for firing ship list, which is our flotation issue. It's not terrible, though. We're just not hitting, though. Okay, we did land one hit. Another hit with our 10-inch guns. We don't have much time left, just maybe a couple more minutes. And we're now on fire anyway. So we're going to do light damage and then we're going to sink. There it is. Okay. So we did not even sink their light cruiser. That is the nature of torpedoes. Torpedoes have ended like have been like the demise of every Tortuga campaign ever. If you took torpedoes out of this game, I don't think I'd lose a battle. I actually think that's true though. The torpedo situation is very, very asymmetric. The AI has an immense advantage with them for reasons I don't understand. Actually, I don't want to name that a battle. That's one we want to forget forever. Okay, so let's get all of our minesweepers to Coastal Patrol, which at least 43 of them, or whatever it was, should put a dampener on any kind of submarine activity. Big monthly balance. Should I get more destroyers? We have 24, but that's not even... I mean, it's nice to have destroyers. We can attempt to use destroyer attacks of our own. And they'll probably sink pretty quickly, so I'm going to get another 6. Which gives us a total of 30. Alright. Now for France. Let's kind of take a moment to look at their disposition of forces. Have they brought their entire navy here? They have. Okay, well let's just hope for a fleet battle then. We might as well, in fact, march some more battleships down. Because our dreadnoughts are going to be the main contributors. The unsinkable Mingo. Well, you're unfortunately in fair condition. I think I'm going to get all of them except for the ones that are in good condition, which is none of them. So you guys are all going to head down to the Mediterranean. Actually, I don't want to be blockaded. I should technically right now be blockading them, no? I have 3 battleships. That's it? What? Wait, I don't have any other ships in the Mediterranean? Okay, was not intended. Let's get these Achilles class to return from the East Coast. I don't think I need this many. Let's just grab one of each for the Mediterranean. And let's see who else we have, because I'm pretty sure that is more than we need. So in the Caribbean, we are well over, and in the East Coast, we are also, but more so in the Caribbean. Why? Is it the Caribbean has 2 of these, I think? Yeah, so let's get one of them to come back to Northern Europe. How is West Africa? West Africa is still holding together. I don't think we'll send another armored cruiser there, though. You know what? I think I'll just leave them in the Caribbean, though. I'd rather have fire superiority in the Caribbean. In the few places where I have ships, basically. And fighting France, of course. Good to have a lot of ships in Southeast Asia. I probably should send... it'd be nice to put a lot more pressure on Southeast Asia. Do they have any battleships down there? They do not. So I do appear to have the far superior fleet composition. 28 points to their 16. 2 battleships. Okay. But we still need to scatter a few more of our light cruisers, which, you know, we just don't have that many of, to be honest. But let's get the Black Adder and her companion. Baldric. There it is. Let's get these both to take off for Southeast Asia. And we might sit on that composition for a second. Let's see, how many Achilles do we have in Europe? Just 3? 4, 5. Okay. Where do we... yeah, we just don't have any. Alright, I'm going to send this one not to the Mediterranean, but actually to Northern Europe. And what I'm going to do, since we aren't looking like we're going to fight a big fleet fight in the Mediterranean, that looks like it'll happen in Northern Europe, is I'll set a lot of our Comos class, which we have. Set a bunch of these down to the Mediterranean. This makes a lot more sense. I'm so glad I thought about that for half a moment. Okay. We don't have improved triple turrets, but that's fine. We'll get that eventually. Okay, speak of the devil. They have battle cruisers here now suddenly. That could be problematic for... the glowworm, the Blackadder. The Baldric's not here. Well, let's see how this one goes. Please, no battle cruisers, because we just have no chance against battle cruisers right now. And this is, yep, Convoy raid. Alright, well, who do we have? We're spotting them outside of vision. That's not a good sign. We're not going to be able to outrun them anyway, so basically... remember, at some point in this, I actually was trying to do don't run away from fights, but we're getting these such lousy engagements, you know? It hasn't been my desire to run away, but it's been a necessity. Okay, now we're going to swing back over, covert ops style. We're going to swing all the way around. Should have their fleets somewhere up here. I'm following flags. Oh, what? It's our Baldric. Well, Mr. Baldric, what are you doing? Good God. And are you sailing in any particular direction? Yes, that's actually a good point. Let's cut down to 16 until we find what we're looking for. Baldric is really shooting off in some direction. I think the ships are over here, though. So we're going to come back. Okay, let's do a few passes through this area. There they are. All right, get us up to speed. Let's make one pass, sink a few of their ships, and then get out of here. The armored cruiser might still be looking for us. Well, surely she's not. Surely there she is. And she is. But we'll still make a pass and then just get out of here. Okay, yeah. We can hopefully sink a few of these ships. Look, I don't normally encourage you to target non-military vessels, but this is the appropriate time to do so. Actually, if that ship, where is she going? Very strange. She's just fleeing the action. I mean, yeah, if that's the case. Okay, she's turning around. She's... Oh my gosh, the glowworm has been rammed. Okay, this is not bad because the transport ship won't do much damage, but it is going to cause our glowworm to be stuck for a small amount of time. Okay, we hit them with a torpedo. There's no torpedo arming time, so we gotta get out of here, gotta get out of here. Okay, glowworm is now... Well, this is hilarious. I can't tell you how hilarious it is that the glowworm of all ships is the one that got rammed, because that is exactly what happened to her against... I'll never remember, but it was the Admiral Hipper, one of the German heavy cruisers. So we're doing quite a number on this transport fleet after all, which is good. I don't want to overstay our welcome, but if we can tag off any of those destroyers, I would be quite happy. We basically need to worm our way around, see if we can get the destroyers without getting picked off by the... Okay, and we're going to go down to cruise because we're going to save our strength, our coal, basically for... Oh, let's go ahead and retreat then. Okay, she's pulling away. Let's go back in. It looks like we've gotten one of them. Okay, now we do have to worry about the heavy cruiser, the armored cruiser coming back because we won't see her. Oh god, speaking of not seeing her, there, let's get out of here. No, let's push it a little bit longer then. A few more hits. Come on, boys, a few more hits. There it is. Nope. Make sure she's going down, though. Really do it. Yes. Okay, we're going to have to... Yep, there we got the sunk icon. Squad max away. Fantastic engagement. Terrible AI. I don't know why their armored cruiser wouldn't want to engage us. We'll have to come up with some role-playing reason why. And there it is. Major victory for us. It looks like we had 4 light cruisers in total. We sank basically everything we needed to. Well, that was a good fight. So the glowworm was actually rammed and sunk by the Admiral Hipper through the ramming action. I think it snapped her ship in half. Maybe not in half, but it cut off the nose, maybe. And that's why the glowworm was famous. I mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, but I couldn't remember what exactly it was, and it was in the Scandinavian waters, not the Baltic, but it was the West. What is that called? The North Sea, I suppose. I should know these things because I played Silent Hunter 3 enough. Okay, well, this is we're in good shape here. I don't think I need to, but we'll throw a little bit of money towards building larger docks. If I go one more month, we're gonna have to do. Yeah, let's just do it though. One more month. Sierra Leone. 2 victory points. They really should just rescale that. No, I don't want a destroyer. Okay, convoy attack. It's probably a destroyer action, but it's more interesting in my opinion. So I'd rather have a fleet fight. I should just be declining everything but fleet fights, because that'll give us... Oh. Interesting. This is kind of interesting.